so much happened this weekend at WrestleMania 40, and it's going to go down as one of the WrestleManias that we talk about for years to come. And your girl had to talk about this, do a review basically, and just discuss what went on, what I liked, what I didn't like, who had the coolest entrances, whose outfits I liked the most, and just everything joyful that comes out of WWE wrestling in a WrestleMania weekend. And if anything from this weekend is showing where WWE is going in the future, now that we're in this new era, I cannot wait. So with that, let's get on with the reviews of WrestleMania 40, Night 1 and Night 2. Now, I want to iterate that I did these reviews straight after WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2, so my clothes will look different and my outfits will look different in these videos, but I wanted to capture that moment and that excitement and how I was feeling after watching WrestleMania 40 Night 1 and Night 2. Okay, firstly, if you hear noises in the background, it's just my mum is cooking tea on the other side of this wall, so the walls are pretty thin. Now that that's out of the way, I had just finished watching WrestleMania 40 Night 1, and overall, it was a pretty great show. It's just, I think my expectations of what WrestleMania 40 could be was too high. That let me down a little bit. And we didn't really have any surprise returns of superstars tonight. So I'm hoping that comes maybe tomorrow night on night 2 of WrestleMania 40. So apart from that, it was some of the greatest wrestling I've ever seen in a long time. Now, firstly, I want to iterate, if I mumble or I go bleh, just like that, it's because I'm tired. I've been up since 4 a.m. this morning, and it's been a long, exhausting, exciting day, and my battery is just almost out of juice, basically. So if I do that, I am sorry. If I mumble or mistake anyone's names, I am sorry. It's just that your girl is just running on adrenaline at this point just to stay alive. So with that, let's get on with it. First off, before we even started WrestleMania 40 Night 1, we got a new Then, Now, and Forever WWE theme entrance thing. Now, I want to know in the comments, do you think it is better or worse than the other one? For me, I think it is so much better. It was about time they updated that. And it just captures what us WWE fans and the WWE universe is all about. And it's so beautiful. And I hope they continue with this in Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or any live WWE PLVs in the future. Now, with that out of the way, let's get on with WrestleMania 40 Night 1. First off, we had the traditional someone singing national anthem. That was okay. I just didn't know of the person, being from Australia, and I probably don't listen to her music, so I just didn't know who she was, so I just checked out for a little bit. Then we had the game. Triple H, Paul Levesque, welcome us to WrestleMania 40 Night 1. And I still think this guy has it. He has the charisma on the mic. And I hope him and Triple H, see, this is what I'm saying. Do this sort of stuff. I'm sorry. I'm just tired. Him and The Rock do some sort of power struggle for management storyline in the future. Now, the first match of the night was Rhea Bloody Ripley versus the man, Becky Lynch, for the Women's World Championship. And I am going to omit this and eat my words. At the end of the day, I was going for the fellow happiness fighter and happiness champion, the man Becky Lynch, because she's helped me so much to the point where I actually claim my second championship today and become Hobbsy 2 belts. Yes, your girl got the under 100 kilos championship off of PCOS, and she is over the moon about that. because being a big girl and having weight problems and just food issues, to get that championship of a PCOS meant everything to me. So yeah, I was going for Becky for the win, and I will talk about the entrances and that. I will say Becky had the best female solo entrance of the night. They made it like she was reading a book and had a book on the screen, and there was quotes from a book read out by her, and then she walked through the book like a hologram version of the book and came out with this really great outfit with quotes. I think it's quotes from a book on her outfit, and I just loved it. And not because I'm a Becky Lynch fan, I think it's one of the best female entrances of the night. Then we had Rhea Bloody Ripley come out with Motion in White performing her theme music, which I actually love for Rhea. She said she's always wanted to have this moment with them and to do it at WrestleMania. I love it. And I really loved her outfit too. I couldn't pull it off, but God, she pulled it off really well. So, yeah. And we had some injuries before going into this match for both girls. Well, injuries, illnesses, I'll say that. Becky was dealing with strep throat all week and wasn't feeling 100%. And then Maria had her left arm injured, but she had it all cast up during the week and then she's taken off the match. So both girls weren't 100% going into this match, but they gave it their all. They left everything in that ring. And some of my favourite moments were when Becky did the disarmer on Rhea on the ropes, like on the buckle between the ropes. Rhea's prison hold that almost looked like a viper or a snake squeezing their prey on Rhea, Becky. We had the manhandle slam. We had an electric chair on Becky as well. And then Rhea did 2 riptides and won by that way. And I will say to Rhea Bloody Ripley, congratulations. I, as a South Australian and a Radelaide fan, I was going more Becky, but on the other side, I was going Rhea as well. And I said in an Instagram post when I was posting my outfit, because I'm wearing a Becky Lynch t-shirt, that if Rhea Ripley won her match tonight, which she did, that I'd wear my mummy outfit. So look out for that on Instagram tomorrow, because I will be wearing my mummy outfit tomorrow and eating my words. I really regretted going against Rhea, being a South Australian fan, but it's just like they were 2 equals. And I couldn't wear both t-shirts without looking ridiculous. So I will be wearing my mummy t-shirt tomorrow night on WrestleMania 40 Night 2, and my mummy outfit to go with that t-shirt. And I hope these girls still do something in the future. I feel like we're just getting the start of their story. They could do something really great with this storyline. I'm not saying a Backlash, because I think maybe Liv might be put in there, but maybe SummerSlam. These 2 in some sort of Extreme Rules match. Especially with them being injured or sick. I feel like we didn't get the best of them, but we got the best of what they could bring at their moment, like this moment between them being injured and sick. And I just want them to be healthy enough that we could get the best out of them. And that's why I think at SummerSlam, it's going to be Rhea versus Becky in... I'm going to say Hell in a Cell. I'm going to say a Hell in a Cell match between these 2 at SummerSlam. And lastly, to Becky Lynch, all I have to say is Go rest up. Go enjoy being like having your match over and done with. Take some time off, rest, recuperate, and recover and come back better and stronger. Because you have been working your ass off this week with your book being a New York bestseller, to WrestleMania, to your match. Go rest up. Do whatever you have to feel 100% better. You gave it everything you had in that ring today, and I'm proud of you. Now that that is out of the way, let's move on to the next match. Now, the next match was the 6-pack tag team championship match. First off, we had the belts separated. So they did separate the belts. Basically, they had a Raw one and a SmackDown run, and the ruling was if you grabbed the SmackDown run, the Raw one was still up for grabs, the match would continue, and vice versa. Which I was thinking that friggin' about time. I'm sick of having the Undisputed Tag Team Championship and them going between Raw and SmackDown and just having one tag team having. We needed to have one for Raw and one for SmackDown again. And I love that. Now, the best male entrance or coolest male group entrance or tag team entrance of the night has to go to DIY with their DX sort of themed entrance. As a DX fan, I loved it. And is it hinting to something bigger? Maybe. We don't know. We'll have to find out in the future, but that's taken that award for the night. Now, some highlights from the match were Tyler Bates spinning Finn Balor and a ladder on top of his shoulders, doing that spin thing. I was like, did he just spin someone and a ladder at the same time? What else? Truth. We got a Truth moment. Truth thought it was a normal tag team match at one point in the match and then tagged Miz in. Oh, that was just so funny. We got a switch in music from Johnny Gargano and a pedigree from Tommaso Ciampa. So DX theme sort of thing as well, and paying homage to Shawn Michaels and Triple H. I love that. And then we had our first win of the night with A-Town Down Under winning the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And as an Aussie, I am a little bit proud that Grayson Waller has finally got a title. And I could see these guys becoming champions sometime in the future. I just didn't know it was going to be WrestleMania. So I can't wait to see what they do with the SmackDown titles on SmackDown. So like I said, the match is still continuing. And then we had a whole lot of chaos. People flinging flips off ladders, normal ladders, match stuff. And then we had Awesome Truth for the win. Truth climbed that ladder and grabbed those belts, and I loved it. So we have Awesome Truth as the new Raw Tag Team Champions, and Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, A-Town Down Under, as the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And I can't wait to see where this goes. Will Judgment Day be like, we want a rematch sort of thing? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing where the Tag Team Championships storylines go from here on out. Now, the next match was the Rey Mysterio and Andrea versus Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar match. Now, firstly, LWO and Elma Fantasma, I can't say that name properly, were at ringside, which makes sense. The rivaling. Zelina finally got revenge on Elektra Lopez from Friday Night SmackDown and took her out. And I was like, yes! Because that girl needed a whooping and ass beating and all that after what she did to Zelina on Friday Night SmackDown. And then the rest of LWI and El Fantasma took each other out. And then we had Dirty Dom go for a chair because Santos Escobar said, "Dom, get the chair." So he went to go grab it, and then these masked people wearing luchador masks stop him and basically beat up on Dom. And then Ray does a double 619 and gets the win. And we don't find out who the masked people are until after the match, which they are local Philadelphia football players. I can't remember the exact names, but they were from the local team there. And I love this. It gives the Philly vibe. Overall, this match was really good. It was just wasn't one of those great matches of the night. It just felt like a fluff piece a little bit. And I can't wait to see where this LWO and my brain's dead. El Fantasma go in the future in the rivalries. I still want to know who attacked Dragon Lee. I don't think it's Esper. I think it's Carlito. I just got this feeling they're doing the whole Trick and Carmelo like who tattoo storyline with Carlito and Dragon Lee. So we'll just have to wait and see. Now, the next match was Jimmy versus Jey Uso. Now, your girl was going Team Yeet all the way, Jey Uso, and we had Jay come out with Lil Wayne or Weezy, and I love that entrance for him. And then we had Jimmy come out, and Jay didn't even want to wait for the bell. He was like, "I'm going to attack you right now. I'm just going to get to you. I'm going to beat you. You've caused me so much pain the last couple of months. I'm going to finally get my revenge." And I love that. Most of the match was 50-50 after this, back and forth, which a great match is something like this, that there's even amount of back and forth between the wrestlers. And then Jimmy got to this point where he's like, "Don't hurt me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And for a moment there, I thought he was actually sorry, but then he basically knocked him out. Basically, Jimmy being Jimmy. And then we had a spear and an Uso splash from Jay at the end of the match, and he got the win over his twin brother. So, yes. Team Yeet for the win, baby. Yes. And then we move into the next match of the night, which is Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair versus Damage Control. First off, Damage Control's entrance was pretty cool. I'll say that. But I love Naomi, Jade, and Bianca's entrance. These three remind me of like Destiny's Child if they were in WWE. I don't know what it is. It could be the Jade Cargill factor. I don't know, but I feel like that's what they are. Also, I want Naomi's hat. I love that outfit. I want Naomi's hat. And that's why this gets the best and coolest female group entrance award or recognition of the night. I just loved it. And it just, their outfits as well with Jade Cargill remind me of Storm from the X-Men, and Belair remind me of Scott with the glasses, and then Naomi's outfit with that hat. It was all themed around the solar flare that's supposed to happen soon, so I just love their outfits. One time, Bianca Belair pinned all three members of Damage Control in a row. Oscar accidentally missed Kairi Sane at one point, which I was like, karma. You just got your karma. But overall, Jade Cargill got the win for the team, and I loved it. And I hope they have Bayley's back in night 2. Now we go into Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship match. First off, I loved Sami's intro. Him backstage talking to his wife and his little kid, and that whole thing, it just made everything better. And then him walking to the ring, and then before he's just about to go out, who does he see? Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens like, you go get it, you go get the win. And I was like, yeah, go get the win, Sammy. And then Sammy came out to his entrance music, and this storyline had a whole Rocky theme about it, and Sammy being Rocky and Gunther being Apollo Creed or someone Rocky faced in the Rocky movies. I can't remember any others. My brain is like, ugh. But yeah, I love that. I loved the moment where Sammy's wife taunted Gunther and be like, it's done, you're over. I was like, yes, that worked. I loved it. I love when family members get involved a little bit. And yeah, overall the match was great. A lot of back and forth. There was a lot of times that I thought Sammy couldn't do it. But then he got a Lumi kick for the win. And he won it. He's the new Intercontinental Champion. And he dethroned Gunther's reign as well. And I can't wait to see where Sammy takes this title and that. And Chad, fair enough, he deserves the first shot at Sammy's championship. And I think what they're going to set up is that he's going to thank Chad for coaching him, and he'll give him the first shot. I feel like that's where it's going to go. So maybe a Backlash, it's going to be Chad Gable versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. And I'm going to love that for him. And then we had the Rock and Roman storyline, like promo play. And then it was their match. Let's just say this match went for a long time. I feel like this match took away from some other matches' times. But that's my only disagreement about this. And I get why they had to go so long, because so much had to happen in this. So there's a lot of notes for this. It's like I've taken is like 3/4 of a page of notes I've taken. So we're going to go through them. Stay with me. We're almost at the end. First off, I loved Cody's jacket. Oh my god, with the Cody symbol and the Seth symbol on the back. Oh, that's so totally rocked. Loved it. Seth's outfit, I loved, but not the blue fluffy piece. It was just too much for me. But it works for him. He has great taste and style. So, and the best male entrance of the night has to go to The Rock. I know this is going to upset Cody fans, but the guy had the best entrance of the night in the males. You had a flaming bull like overhead. I was just like, yeah, this is cool. I love the entrance. And then with him, with the new People's Championship that he got handed to by Muhammad Ali's wife the night before at the Hall of Fame. Just a side note, Rob, put that championship up for grabs in the future. Have a People's Championship in WWE. I want it. I reckon it would totally work. The People's Champion, we could vote on it maybe. Or we have two of our favourites go at it and they face off. But I think this championship needs to be in WWE. And if you do it, you need to make a female version as well. If you don't have it as a cross-gender championship. That's just a little side note. And then we had them in the ring, and then it had that famous 2 alpha stare down, which went on for a little bit too long, but it had to happen for the storyline to play out perfectly. Rock still has it. Yes, he is getting up in years, and he probably can't move as quick as he used to be, but oh my god, this guy still has it in the ring. I don't think we're going to see Rock wrestle every week, but I'll say this, he has it for being his first match back in 8 years. The guy has it, and I enjoyed his athletic ability. What else? The Rock did this to Cody at one time. He's like, bring it on, like in video games, like the Street Fighters video games. And I was just like, okay, he's gonna bring it on. What else? Rollins and Cody separated the Rock and Roman at one point outside the ring, and the ref was threatened a lot if he got involved, like if he counted them out or did anything that didn't like the Rock, that he would be fired because the Rock has the power to do that, saying he's on the board, which I don't like, but I respect because it plays into the storyline of this match and makes it a little bit better as well, because it shows that Cody and Seth are up against the odds a lot. Just going outside the ring. The Rock spitted in Cody and Seth's face at least once in this match, and I think I don't mind it. It plays into his persona of being a heel. Cody slapped the Rock once. Rock got stomped by Seth. The Rock pulled the ref out when it looked like Cody and Seth had to win at one time. The Rock taunted Mama Rhodes at one point. It was like, it's not going to be your boy sort of thing. Roman speared the Rock by accident at one point because Seth and Cody had moved out the way, which is funny. He had a double pedigree by Cody and Seth on the Rock and Roman at one point. Rock went through a table, like the announcer's table. Seth went through the ring guard padded bit as well by Roman spearing him. And Cody got slapped with the Rock's belt again, sort of thing, when the ref's back was sort of turned. And then in the end, the Rock did a rock bottom and a people's elbow and got the one. So basically, at night 2 of WrestleMania, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes is going to be a Bloodline Rules match, which I had a funny feeling this was going to happen because it sets up a really great storyline that anybody could come out, anything could happen, and I'm hoping that we get some surprise returns in here to have Cody and Seth's back now that they seem like they're defeated and down and out. This would be a great way to build up and build the storyline, and I feel like this is where Uncle Howdy is going to make his return too, and I can't wait to see this match. This is a match I'm looking forward to tomorrow on WrestleMania 40 Night 2, the most out of the males. Females, well, there's only one match, and that's Bayley versus Io. But overall, if I had to give WrestleMania 40 a night 1 rating out of smiley faces, 10 being, oh my god, I loved it, it's out of this world, 1 being, it was okay, I would give it, I'll give it an 8. An 8 smiley faces out of 10. It wasn't great, like, oh my god, it's out of this world, I enjoyed it. But I did enjoy what they gave us, and there was some really great in-ring competitiveness from all the superstars. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I think my expectations of WrestleMania 41 was so high, and we just didn't have any surprise returns or any gimmicks, and yeah, I think that's where it let me down a bit, and I'm hoping that WrestleMania 40 Night 2 gets a little bit better and gives me what I want, basically. I want at least one surprise return. One superstar to come back that's off on the injured list, or I want that one moment where it goes, oh my god, did that just happen? That's not in a match. I just really want that. But overall, it wasn't a bad show. So we'll just have to wait and see what WrestleMania Night 2 has in store. Okay, your girl is tired, bloated, ate a whole lot of crappy food, but she is also happy and excited and energized right now. And oh my god, WrestleMania 40 Night 2 was so much better than Night 1. And I have to go through it with you guys because there is so much that went on here. And it makes so much sense why Night 1 wasn't as good as Night 2. So with that, let's get on to WrestleMania 41 Night 2. Okay, straight off the bat, the first thing after the national anthem, the first person to come out and come back is Stephanie McMahon. I have missed Stephanie McMahon. She is one of the women that I grew up watching and was like, I want to be a business lady like her, and I want to be as smart and beautiful like her when I was growing up. And just to see her come back after the whole Vince, her leaving issue, that's all I'm going to say about that. I am so happy. And she welcomed us to WrestleMania 40 Night 2. And she said, taking a line from her husband, saying, "Are you ready?" And I really hope Stephanie McMahon sticks around, even if it's backstage with Triple H working on creative content. I will love her. I've missed her. She needs to be back. She needs to help the women's division be better than it is now. I'm not saying it's bad now. It just, her influence on that would work as well. And I love Stephanie's back. Yay! I love this. I'm so happy. Now, with that, we went into the first match of the night straight after this, and it was Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, this match was interesting, and I will say someone sort of told you so. And some of the things is, I love both the entrances in different ways. I love how Drew had the whole bagpipe heritage Scotland feel. Felt like he was going to war. Like he was a Scottish warrior and he was about to go to war. I love that. And then Seth Rollins' entrance, that was just colourful and wonderful and just joyfulness, and I loved it. And I loved that. I loved how he had all the people go around and like a ring as well. It so totally worked. Now we had a big Claymore kick straight out, like seconds into the match, and we thought the match was over then, but no, Seth kicked out like he used to, and I was thinking that would be a really quick match, but it wasn't. We had Seth's back taped from the injuries the night before, which makes total sense, and he's also had back injuries in the past, so it makes sense he having his back taped, and it was very visible through the match. We had Drew have a social media moment, like grabbing someone's phone and playing with it sort of thing. I don't know what he did with it, but that really worked. We had Drew dominate the match most, like in the start of the match, and then Seth did come around and all that. We had a pedigree from Seth, which, if I remember right, this was like the fourth pedigree we've seen this whole WrestleMania, and if it's homage to this whole new Triple H era that we're about to start, I'm going to love it. We had a stomp by Seth Rollins, a future shock by Drew taunt CM Punk, that was on commentary a bit, and CM Punk did the same thing to Drew in a commentary way. What else? I'm just looking at my notes because I wanted to make sure I got everything right. And then we had the last Claymore kick to Seth. 1, 2, 3. Drew becomes new World Heavyweight Championship, and then he goes out to taunt CM Punk a bit. And then CM Punk pulls off the arm brace and attacks Drew. And then whose music do we hear? Damian Priest. He cashes in the briefcase and he wins the championship because of CM Punk attacking Drew. And now Damian Priest is our new World Heavyweight Championship, which means the Tail Twins, Rhea Ripley and Priest, are the only ones out of Judgment Day coming out of WrestleMania as champions. And I love this, and I can't wait to see where they go with storylines with these two different championships. I feel like with Rhea, it's either going to be Liv Morgan or when Becky Lynch does feel better, be Becky Lynch at Backlash. One of those two. With Damian Priest, I don't know, but I feel like Drew and CM Punk are going to go at it. Either a Backlash or Clash of the Castles. So, yeah. Priest is basically champion now. Yeah, I don't mind it for Priest. I just don't like him in the Judgment Day sort of thing. But I respect the dude. It's a smart cash in. I would have done the same thing. And we don't have to worry about is he going to cash it in anymore or not. He's champion. So, yeah. Then we move on to the 6-man Philly street fight between the Final Testament and Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, or what they were going to be called, the Pride. They didn't really announce that. They came out separate. So we had Snoop Dogg on commentary, which I actually liked that little Snoop Dogg commentary bit, because Snoop Dogg's always been a part of WrestleMania in some way or form. So, of course, he's going to be at WrestleMania 40. And then we had a special guest referee. It was Bubba Ray Dudley from the Dudley Boys. A little homage to ECW there, maybe. I love this. I miss the Dudley Boys. So that I loved. We had Tabo. Sorry, my mind's just tappy and weird and that. So if I make any mistakes, I'm keeping them in because that's who I am. We had tables, kendo sticks, chairs, trash cans. The girls got involved. The girls went through a table, which I really love because you don't see many girls going through tables unless it's a tables match or some sort of stream room match between the two of them, and not in like a mixed gender sort of storyline. So I loved that. We had the Final Testament's manager get involved by holding Bobby Lashley's feet. We even had Karrion Kross go off at Bubba Ray Dudley. I am like on a high and tired at the same time, so that's why my mouth is going miles a minute and my brain's like, no, slow down. And yeah, so Karrion Kross was gonna have, he sort of had that argument, like, that was a 2 count, that was a 3 count, I meant to say. And Bubba was like, no, it's a 2 count. And then, yeah, Bubba Ray sort of direct the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. And then you had Ford go off the top rope flying after they had like a Bubba Ray and Dudley Boys moment. And he went through a table, like he was on the top rope and he went flying and into a table which Karrion Kross was on. And they got the win that way. And I loved this. I finally worked out why we like tables so much. It was because the Dudley Boys used them so much. And, oh my God, I love this. And this was only match 2 of the night. We had 4 more matches to go. Yeah. Then we had the LA Knight versus AJ Styles match, which I really liked. Could have been better, but I liked anyway. Styles couldn't wait to get into the match. He was just like, I'm getting straight into it. Didn't even wait for Samantha Irving to finish announcing his name. Straight in it. We had some yeah-offs on the table, like with the head, like, yeah, that was the thing. Bit disappointed that they didn't get Usher to sing LA Knight's theme song with a yes, but money probably. You had LA Knight bite AJ Styles at one point in the match. You had AJ finger LA Knight in the eyes when the ref's back was turned. These were. You had LA Knight. We had LA Knight rip off the padding mat on the floor outside the ring, and then AJ flipped him onto that. You had LA Knight just make a 10 count as well. And then you had a BFT for the win. And LA Knight won. So I was like, yes. Team Yeah won. And I thought this was going to be a double count out. Like, they were just going to go at it, and it would be a double count out, but it didn't. That could be Backlash, maybe. This could continue into Backlash, but it was a great match between the two of them. Triple threat United States Championship match between Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. And oh my god, this match was so funny and so intense at the same time. Logan Paul come out on a big Prime truck with a big bowl of Prime, and it just went, and then fireworks went off. And then behind him, he had someone at this time in a Prime, like dressed up in a Prime bottle. Sort of like when him and Seth went at it, I think last WrestleMania? I think it was last WrestleMania. I think. Don't quote me on that. I loved, we had Kevin's entrance, and before he came out, just before, like, backstage, he saw Sammy with the championship, and Sammy said, "It's your turn," and just pumped Kevin up. I really love that. I love that friendship between the two of them, and I won't say if it worked or not, because, yeah. I loved Kevin's entrance. He was like out, and then he went behind the L, like the big L, and I was like, where's he going? And he got a little mini golf cart to pay tribute to like ECW days, and he went down the ring, and then he's like, when Randy's music played, he's like, I'm back and back, and then he had Randy on the back, driven down. I love that. Randy and Kevin teamed up on Logan Paul near the beginning, like to beat him up, and yeah, then at one point, Kevin got pushed into Randy by Logan Paul, and you thought that was going to work, but it sort of did, but didn't. Kevin and Randy at one point pinned Logan Paul like at the same time, but Logan kicked out. You had a double RKO off the rings, like ropes. You had, I have no idea why I'm right here. You had many things in this match, but in the end, Logan Paul got those brass knuckles out, but it didn't work. Randy cottoned onto it. Kevin got the brass knuckles. Randy, I read really quickly here, so some of it I can't even read. Randy did an RKO on Logan Paul, and then we found out who was in the Prime costume, and that was KSI, Logan Paul's business partner in Prime, which made sense. I thought it was him, and he got an RKO on the announcers table, which I really loved. But before that, he's like, Randy Orton was like, because KSI went woof woof to Randy, and Randy did it back to KSI before he did the RKO. You had a stunner by Kevin Owens on Randy Orton. Randy Orton, an RKO on a power bomb up thing, and then in the end, Logan got the win, which I had a fine feeling Logan was going to win, because SummerSlam's in Cleveland. They're going to make him at least be champion till then. So I'm a little bit bummed that Kevin or Randy didn't get the win, but I feel like this isn't over. I feel like this could still continue somehow, but I just don't know how. Then we move on to the last women's match of WrestleMania, and that is Bayley versus Io for the women's WWE Championship. I was going to say Women's World Championship, but it's not that championship. See, my brain is still like happiness high, loopy mode. So yeah, first off, before I get into the match, it was a one-on-one match. No damage control, no Naomi, Bianca Belair, or Jade Cargill came out, which I loved. It was just Io and Bayley in that ring, doing their thing. And I also have to announce that I loved Bayley's entrance. I loved it. It was so cool with the Pharaoh Egypt vibe and her outfit. Oh my god, best outfit of whole WrestleMania. I'm sorry, Becky, but I've got to go Bayley for the best outfit of WrestleMania and best entrance as well. Oh, and the purple and the blue in her hair. Oh, I really just want Bayley's outfit. I really want it. I rarely want like superstars' outfits unless they really look good on them. So yeah, I love this for Bayley. New image, new thing. I feel like with Bayley, they're gonna go like a Pharaoh role model type of thing, like a babyface sort of Pharaoh type of role. And yeah, I just had to get that out of the way because I loved it. So cool. Very, I just want it. I just want that outfit. I know I wouldn't look good on it, but on her, that's why she wins best outfit and entrance from the females category in WrestleMania 40 overall. Now, the match was pretty good. A lot of 50-50 back and forth, momentum. We had Bayley went flying at one point. Io worked mostly on Bayley's injured knee and other knee that got injured during the match. We had a crossface twice from Io. We had a Bayley to belly a couple of times. Bayley slapped Io, which was very, yes, come on moment. And then in the end, we had a rose plant from Bayley, and we had the 1, 2, 3, and Bayley is the new WWE Women's Championship. I knew she could do it. It's about freaking time she had a spotlight in that championship, and I'm living for this. I just don't know if Io is going to go be like, I lost my championship, I want my rematch. I hope not. I feel like we need new challenges, new time. But to Bayley, I bow down to the new champion. I am loving this. I'm loving this whole storyline for Bayley, and I really wish they continue with it. So, yeah. I love this match. I would say this match and Rhea versus Becky were really great. Even the Damage Control versus Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill was really good. All the women's matches were on fire this weekend. And yes, Rhea did win yesterday, and I did say if she did win, I'd wear my mummy outfit. And I am wearing my mummy t-shirt that I got Elimination Chamber last month, so I am wearing my mummy outfit. Now, before I get to the last match of the night and the most exciting match of the night, I have to give a shout out and a mentions and a gratitude to Samantha Weaving, the ring announcer. She killed it. I don't know how she still got a voice after WrestleMania. Also, I've got to give it a big shout out to the commentary people, Corey Graves, Michael Cole, and Pat McAfee. They nailed this whole commentary, this show, and without them, we wouldn't have that feeling and that information and just that great storyline as well. Just thank you guys and just keep up the great work. Now for this last match, I'm actually going to take my sunnies off because I want you guys to see how much enjoyment this actually brings to my face. And I want to actually be able to read my rating too a little bit. Now, this match was the Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship. I was almost going to say Tag Team Championship. That's my mind's still going on a minute. And I will say this was Bloodline Rules, which this totally worked for this match. If it wasn't Bloodline Rules, this match wouldn't have worked as well as it did. I'm going to say this was the best male match of the night. And I wouldn't say best match overall because I don't want to discriminate against the females, but it was really good. It was really, really good. I'm still on a happiness high from this match. So, That, let's get on with it. Now, first off, best male entrance of all over WrestleMania has to go to Cody Rhodes, night 2 of WrestleMania. It was like you had this little like Bros family war bit before it, little Armageddon war cry thing, and Brandy came out, and I loved this. I really do. And I loved Cody's outfit for this. A little bit of homage to Triple H, a little bit of Cody Warrior. I almost spoke when I was filming this because I was like, so good. That's why he wins best entrance and best outfit out of the males in WrestleMania 40 in my eyes. And then we had Roman Reigns come out with Paul Heyman. He didn't come out with all the bloodline. That plays into this match. And then you had the basic stare down, a lot of back and forth. We had tables. We were going to have tables, but Roman put it away. We had kendo sticks, that big prime bottle used, announce table. We had tributes to Ric Flair with the figure 4 leg lock and the woo. I read a whole lot of. There was more in this match. I just read the basics because if I read everything, I'd have a whole another page of notes. So Roman does the crossroads on Cody, which I think was very disrespectful a bit. We have a low blow to Roman. Yeah, we have a low blow by Roman to Cody. We had a spear by Cody to Roman. They also went out into the audience for a bit as well, which, like, bloodline rules, anything goes. As long as they pin him in the ring, anything goes, so that was great. Then at one point Jimmy came out. You knew the bloodline was going to get involved in this somehow. So then when Jimmy came out, when Jimmy came out into the match, you know his brother was going to come out. So Jay came out as well. And they brought up to the ring, and then Jay speared Jimmy off the ring ramp. That was a great start to this momentum that we're going. Keep that in mind. Solo spiked Cody when he came out, and then they were dragging Roman over Cody to get the win, but Cody kept counting out. And then all of a sudden, we hear John Cena's music. John Cena returned. And now, him losing to Solo at Crown Jewel last year makes so much sense. They were setting up for this moment in WrestleMania 40. And then Cena comes out and gives him the attitude adjustment to Solo and Roman. And oh my god, I was like, Cena's back! So I feel like Cena and Solo are going to go out at Backlash. I feel like that's going to happen. And I cannot wait to see that match. I have been like a Cena girl since like day dot. And I'm just happy he's back. Even if it's only for a short while. Of course, after that, who comes out? The Rock. So we had Rock and Cena in the ring. We haven't seen these two in the ring for a long time. So this was a great way to pay homage to WrestleMania and the 40 years of it. But we have not finished yet. Because then Cena gets the rock bottom done to him. And then you hear the Shield music. And I am a little bit disappointed that they didn't get Dean Ambrose for this little segment bit. But I understand he's in another company. So he could maybe come back later down the line. But basically the Shield music plays and Seth comes out in his Shield gear. I'm like, is this leading to something? I really just want Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins to be back in the Shield. That would And Roman did say that if he didn't win, he's not coming back. So he might not be coming back as Roman Reigns' Tribal Chief. He might be coming back as Roman Reigns' Shield member. Let me know if you think that's going to happen in the comments. And so Roman does a chair to Seth. And then there's this moment where Cody is down, Seth is down. Roman's got the chair after he did the chair to Seth. And he's like looking, and he does another one to his back. And this is for payback when Seth did the chair to Roman years ago. Great little Easter egg moment. And then it looks like Rock's dominating and all that. And the lights go out and we see this light. And all you hear is the Undertaker's music. The Undertaker returned! I didn't even think of this. I knew he had a one-night show the night before, but I didn't think he was actually going to make it to WrestleMania. And then the lights came on and the Undertaker was there in the ring. I was like, I love Undertaker. I've got an Undertaker t-shirt. I'm an Undertaker girl. So I was like, yes, Undertaker's back. Even if it's just for WrestleMania 40, I'll take it. So, and then Ross got chokeslammed by the Undertaker. Lights went out and then they came back. And then I think this is when they did the whole Roman chair to Seth moment. And then, yeah, and then after that, Roman's going to do a spear, but then Cody caught him, and Cody did 3 Cody cutters. 1, 2, 3. He got the win. He finished the story. Cody Rhodes is our new undisputed champion, and I love this. This was the only way I could see this WrestleMania ending. Because if it ended with Roman winning, all us fans would be disappointed and bummed. Well, at least the Cody Crybabies were. And to The Rock, us Cody Crybabies aren't crying anymore. Oh, it's just so good to see Cody get that win. And then you had mostly all the superstars come in the ring and congratulate him. And you had Mama Rose in there, and Brandy, and his father-in-law that was there on that one that had the chemotherapy. And then he just handed the belt to Mama Rose, and just that moment played out well. And then he grabbed the mic and he's like, I wouldn't be here without 2 people. And he said one, and then he said, I wouldn't be out here with Triple H, so come on out here. Then they hugged it out, and yeah, it just basically ended there. And I feel like this was a really great way to end WrestleMania 40. And if this is any inkling into what the so-called being called Triple H era is all about, I'm here for it. I can't wait. I'm hoping we see more Stephanie. I'm hoping we see more Triple H. I'm hoping we get more surprise returns tomorrow on Monday Night Raw. There's one thing I hope for Becky. She actually stays home and rests up and recover and then comes back when she wants to. I just feel like we are in a great spot for WWE wrestling and professional wrestling right now, and I cannot wait to watch more of this and go to more live shows too. And WrestleMania 40 will always have a heart or place in my heart for 2 reasons. 1, because it was a great show overall. Night 2 was better. I would rate Night 2 I'll say a 9.5 smiley faces out of 10. So overall, that would be 10.5 smiley faces out of 20 for the whole of WrestleMania. That's not bad. But another reason why I'll hold a place in my heart is because it was the WrestleMania where I won both my Happiness Championship at Elimination Chamber by going there and being myself and being happy and fighting against all my greatest rivals like depression, anxiety, social anxiety, all my illnesses, life, anything like that. and claiming that happiness championship while watching some of the great men and women of WWE wrestle in Australia. And then, secondly, I grabbed my other championship the day of WrestleMania Night 1, and that was my under 100 kilos championship against PCOS, which I have not been under 100 kilos since my early 20s. I'm in my 30s now, so it means so much to me. And it's just given me the confidence and the belief in myself that I can do anything if I put my mind and my body to it. So that's why I will always hold a place in my heart, WrestleMania 40 and the Elimination Chamber 2024. And with that, that's the end of this video. So if you want to see more of me on a day-to-day basis, go follow my socials, which is Hobbsy the Happiness Fighter on Instagram and TikTok. Let me know also in the comments what was your favourite moment of WrestleMania over night 1, night 2, who you like, what was your favourite entrance, who was your favourite ring outfits, and did it live up to your hype? Night 1, no. Night 2, yes, but now it makes sense why night 1 didn't live up to my expectations. And also, let me know, where do you think the Triple H era is going to go? I feel like it's going to go in a great place. We're going to get some great matches. And maybe, hopefully, we might have WrestleMania next year in another country. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying maybe from WrestleMania 40 to 50, we have all the WrestleManias in different parts of the world. And if Elimination Chamber is anything to go by, we need to have it in Australia. So comment in below if you are from a different country and you would love to see WrestleMania in there, because I think Australia would be the best place to host WrestleMania. One year we hosted Elimination Chamber and that went off, so why not WrestleMania? And with that, I hope you're all having a great day, and if not, I'm sending you virtual hugs.